Scored by Stefan.
Hello and welcome to the 2023 UCI Cycling World Championships from Glasgow in Scotland. We are here at the indoor cycling at the Emirates Arena in the east end of Glasgow. Now, Glasgow, a port city on the River Clyde in the west of Scotland, where the World Championships is based. We are day 10 of the World Championships. One more day to go, but we have lots of great action coming to you from the Emirates Arena and the indoor cycling. We are here today live with the final of the men's elite artistic cycling. 4 riders qualifying for the final. And it's going to be a fantastic competition for you today. So joining me in the commentary box is Sarah Siedl, 20 years as an artistic cyclist in both singles and pairs competition, now a coach trainer in Germany. Welcome, Sarah.
Thanks for having me. Great to be here.
Yes, it is great to be here indeed. Now, we said day 10 of competition, and the medals table becoming really interesting. So Germany, Austria, Switzerland dominating in indoor cycling, but not dominating the table, because at the moment it's Great Britain at the top, 22 golds, 11 silver, 20 bronzes. France, the USA and Germany in 4th. Now we have 2 German competitors, 1 Spanish competitor and 1 competitor from Hungary in the final coming up. So opportunities to really change the standings in the nation's cycling medal table at the World Championships today. Now, if you have not watched indoor cycling before, 2 different disciplines within indoor cycling, artistic cycling and cycle ball. The cycle ball coming to you tomorrow, so make sure you are ready to watch that, because phenomenal sport, cycle ball. But today, artistic cycling, and we have something very, very special for you. Lots of skill, technique, strength and artistry, Sarah. It's mesmerising, this sport, isn't it?
Exactly. It's all about body control, controlling the bike.
So let's take a little bit of a look at a sports explainer graphic to give those of you who have not watched indoor cycling before a little bit of a better idea. So this is the solo men's final. This is the World Championships of the indoor cycling. Artistic cycling for you. We've got 4 athletes qualified for the final. Now, the qualifications took place earlier on today, and Sarah, both you and I were watching those, and they did not have a smooth run into the final, did they?
No, we saw quite a few athletes struggling. And we also have a big surprise. This is Csaba Varga from Hungary qualifying for the final.
Yeah, so it was not straight qualifying for these riders, but the riders who have qualified for the final, Jasper Varga, Emilio Ariano, Philipp Rapp from Germany and Lucas Kohl. So Lucas Kohl, current world champion,
Yes.
6 times world champion.
And world record holder.
And world record holder. He has got to be the favourite today.
Yes, he definitely is.
Well, yes, but as we saw in the qualification rounds earlier, nothing is for certain in artistic cycling. Now, in terms of the points, Sarah, the points are predetermined by an evaluation sheet that the riders put together for the judges.
Exactly. They hand it in beforehand, before the competition, 1 hour before. The sheet must be handed in. And it has 30 figures and each figure has a certain amount of points.
Okay, so if the competitors complete their program perfectly, they will get the points that come up at the beginning of their program.
Exactly.
The judges can deduct points for things like technical errors.
Touching the floor.
Okay, but the judges can also increase the points.
Yes, there are a few tactical figures. Maybe we see tonight a few ones. The turning jump is a good example. There, then the points go up because they do more turns than they submitted.
So in this sport, it is really interesting. You need to keep an eye on the scores because the riders have a 5-minute program with 30 technical figures to complete for the judges, and it is their performance that indicates whether the points are deducted or whether they can enhance their performance and the scores go up. Now, we saw in the qualifiers, as Sarah mentioned, some real key issues for 3 out of our 4 riders. It was just Lucas Cole who had really, I would say, an easier run into the final. He had a
really
much easier program. Well, it was a much harder program, but he delivered it really well.
Yes, it looked so easy.
Yes, and that is the trick here in artistic cycling, isn't it? It looks easy because of the phenomenal level of skill and artistry of our riders.
If you can't see how many years of training is behind the performance, then they are really good.
Yeah, so expect some superb performances from our 4 finalists in this World Championships. We are looking for our podium. We are looking for gold, silver and bronze. We are looking for the rider who is going to take away that rainbow jersey today.
Yes. Should we make a guess?
Well, I'm excited. I don't know about you, but I know roughly what to expect from these riders, having watched the qualification. And if you have not watched artistic cycling before, you are really going to enjoy these performances. Yes. So, Sarah, these are not normal bikes that we are going to see the riders. This is not like our viewers can head to their garage and pull out their bike. They are very specific to artistic cycling.
Exactly. They have a lot of pressure in their tires, 12 to 14 bars. They can go forward and backward as they have a fixed gear. They have a special handlebar you can stand on, and the saddle is made so you can even do a headstand on it or stand on it.
So as we see, this is our first competitor in the final, Jasper Varga, who qualified in 4th place with a personal best today in the qualification round. So even though he had issues with his performance earlier on, still a personal best today.
Exactly. He had one small mistake at the very end, so we see how it goes this time.
So really looking forward to our first competitor, Jasper Varga, taking to the floor from Hungary, the first rider in our men's elite artistic cycling final today.
Yes, and he will start his routine with the saddle stand, half circle. Now he said start and the time is running. Out jump, he didn't meet the handlebars, so 2 points deviation for touching the ground, and deviation of difficulty of 50%.
So just dropping points early in the programme. So 173.19 currently on the scoreboard at the moment for Varga.
See the razor head tube backwards. Another touching the ground, another 2 points. Deviation. There was the passage to the razor head tube reverse.
So how much do you think nerves, Sarah, are playing a part in this routine from our rider Varga from Hungary?
Of course, a lot. It's his biggest success that he made it into his final. So I don't think that he competed already in front of such a great audience.
but fantastic achievement to make the final today. It was a superb qualification to set a personal best and progress to the top 4 today in the world.
He's doing the stand race, a reverse of an 8. We saw that he went straight through the middle point. He needs to go through twice. That was perfectly shown. And now we see a really hard trick. You actually don't recognize that it's hard, but he's only touching the bike with the right foot.
Look at that, so one-footed pedaling. A really difficult skill.
We'll see that later on freehand.
So he seems to be settling into the routine now. 2 minutes 40 on the clock now to go. 165.39 current score. Just slightly a few deviations coming in there, but very, very minor.
Now we see the saddle handlebar stand backwards. And another very difficult trick, the L-shape hold backwards. It's really hard to go around the circle with the left hand in front. Showing us the handlebars and reverse half circle. Struggling a little bit.
He holds it.
Just half a point of deviation for a little bit of insecurity. Now we see the first spin.
So to progress to the final from Hungary is a really good achievement. I understand only 3 artistic cycling clubs in Hungary.
Yes, exactly.
So it's not a huge sport in Hungary, unlike Germany,
yes,
for example. So to be competing at this level, representing Hungary is a real achievement.
Yes, exactly. And even the gym he's training in has another floor than the one he's riding right now. It's a lot smoother and it's harder to train because the bike loses a lot of speed.
Yeah. And I imagine momentum here is absolutely key, that speed.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And for the...
So
let's see if he's not repeating it.
Moving into the final minute now, back on the bike to complete the routine.
Is he doing it again? No, so he skipped the spin. So there will be a deviation of 100% of this figure. Now you see the passage he was struggling with in the qualification. But this time he can show it.
So he might have struggled elsewhere in the routine today in the final, but Jesper Varga has completed the difficulty that he struggled with in the qualification, coming towards the end of his routine.
Yes, last passage, and then the last figure is stand racer backwards, whole circle.
He's got a smile on his face. He knows that he is nearly complete. He's off the bike. He's finished his routine. He's not going to be pleased with the score, Sarah.
Yes, I know, but I think for the first final, he can really be content and happy showing such a good performance.
And I think he's accepting that as well. So we are just awaiting final confirmation of the score from the judges. Currently 148.3 on the scoreboard in the arena at the moment.
Seeing a slow motion of the handlebar turn.
Come on, everybody. He needs every single hand now. Feel the music. Come on.
So final deductions being made from our judging panel. Confirmed score now in the arena, 147.33 for Jesper Varga. Currently ranked first in the final, taking the hot seat and not leaving the stadium. You just see him being congratulated there by the manager and coach of Hungary. So he will take to that hot seat and be able to watch the next competitor that will come out onto the floor. Not the performance we saw earlier on today in the qualification. but a good performance in the final from Jasper Varga. So the next competitor taking to the floor, Emilio Arellano from Spain. Now, this rider, Sarah, lives and trains in Germany, I believe.
Exactly. But he's stepping into the footprints of his father, who just carried the bike. He was competing for Spain as well and won bronze and silver medal between 1994 and 2001.
Yeah, so Jose Arellano, his father competed at the World Championships, took bronze and silver. So Emilio has already 2 bronze medals from 2022 and 2021, hoping to go better today, hoping for a silver or a gold, but we shall see how his performance and his program goes.
Yes, he managed already a result above 200 in points. If he can show this today, a second place should be possible.
And I think it is going to be at 200 points, isn't it, for those medals?
Yes.
Yeah. So the current world record held by Luca Cole at 216.4 points.
Now we see first figures, saddle stand, and then the mounted jump.
Oh, beautifully executed, straight into that routine, straight into technical difficulty.
And we see the turning jump twice. It's very good. And now a really special figure, the German saddle handlebar handstand, shown in the 8.
So, Sarah, that you say the German.
Yes.
Different versions?
Yes, we have a Swiss and a German version. The Swiss version is a lot older. Your legs are stretched and straddled while you go up. And this version was the German version. The legs are stretched and closed, which is a lot harder. You need to push the shoulders away more in front. So more points, more effort.
Okay, so more points and more effort and a much newer trick onto the score sheets.
Exactly. It was invented by Michael Liedermeyer. He handed it in and it was accepted in 2012.
Wow.
And it was shown perfectly by Emilio.
So the routine really strong at the moment. Current score at the moment, 205.87 on the clock, and you can see a plus at 58.54. That is the difference between Emilio's current points and the current leader in the competition, which is Jasper Varga, the rider from Hungary that we've just seen routine complete.
Exactly. The next trick will also be the saddle handlebar stand backwards in the 8. So he needs to meet the middle point twice. Let's see if he can do it. So first time, let's go. Yes. Very good. And now the L shape hold sideways and backwards.
So Emilio not having the issues, Sarah, that he had in his qualification earlier on today.
Quite good right now. Now we see the stand raiser reverse, backwards in an 8 again. So these tricks in the 8 cost a lot of time.
And that really is the number of tricks versus the time it takes to execute them is really key. You know, ensuring the riders complete their 30 tricks on their evaluation sheets within the 5-minute time slotted.
Yes. Now we see the front handlebar stand turn twice, the 4 halves. He struggled in the qualification.
Oh, he's held it.
And doing a tactical half more.
Okay.
Well done.
So the tactical addition to the program, adding to his score.
The score must have gone up.
It did indeed.
And now again L-shape hold and another German handstand in the 8.
And during that figure of 8, the riders leading across that centre point.
Yes, twice.
You can see straight through the middle there.
Perfect angle from above. He's still at almost 205 points.
Yeah, with 1 minute 15 left on the clock. So a great routine from Emilio, the Spanish competitor in the final. He's the second of 4 competitors qualified through to this men's solo final.
And another 8. We'll be seeing one more. Right now.
So let's just remind viewers, started with a 2:06.6 for a perfect routine, currently at 2:04 with 30 seconds to go.
Beautiful spin. 3 times on 1 point. In the 50 centimeter circle. So another passage up to the stand racer. And that looks quite good.
That was just amazing, so smooth.
So only 2 more checks to go. And that's great. Can't believe it. Wow, new personal best.
Wow, that was amazing. Look at the emotion on his face. He is so pleased with that routine, and so he should be. Now, quite a few people over the last few days have been telling me to watch out for him. He is taking it in from the crowd at the moment, whilst we are looking at the scoreboard and waiting confirmation of the final judge's decision. A couple of deductions being made at the moment, but he qualified today with 175.85. His score is going to be so much better than that in the final now.
And he did such a great performance, even though he struggled with technical problems in the morning.
Yeah, he did indeed. He had real issues this morning, no issues this evening in the final for Arellano, because 199.11 has just been confirmed, putting him in current first place with 2 riders to go. So it might just be worth mentioning, during warm-up today, his chain broke. So Sarah, he's been riding with a new chain. Now that must be quite difficult at this level of competition, to have to replace something on your bike so late in the day.
Yes, and he had only a few minutes to get used to that.
To the new chain. So yeah, really interesting, and what a phenomenal ride by the Spanish rider.
But the final score went underneath 200 points.
Yeah, it did. Just ticked under that 200 points. So just shy of his personal best. His personal best, 200.67. Current score for Emilio, 199.11. So really not far away from his personal best. No wonder he is ecstatic. Sat on the hot seat now, with 2 riders to go. So our next rider to the floor is the German rider Philipp Rapp. Just setting himself up, last minute preparations. Just a little stretch there before he comes onto the floor.
Yes. And we see the national coach, Dieter Maute, in the red shirt. He's also his home coach.
So also had significant issues in the qualification round this morning. There really was, like we said earlier, other than Lucas Kohl, who qualified in first place, all 3 of the riders, including Philipp Rapp that we see on the screen at the moment, had issues in qualification. But let's take a look. He's got 5 minutes on the clock.
Yes, starting with saddle stand and again mounted jump. Yes, well done. Really good. Really smooth. And now the turning jump 3 times. Wow.
That was really smooth,
good.
and the
Brilliant.
height actually on that was amazing over the handlebars.
And another highlight, the L-shaped hold, also German style saddle handlebar stand in D8.
So the rankings just coming up on your screen, showing Spanish rider 199.11 in current first place. Our rider from Hungary 147.33, currently in second position.
Beautiful handstand. And we see the stand raiser reverse backwards in 8. So meeting the middle point, yes.
Now, Sarah, a tighter figure of 8 has got to be harder than a larger figure of 8.
Because you need to be able to do the right and the left circle. So that's a totally different feeling, and it costs a lot more time, and that makes it harder to fit 30 tricks in the 5 minutes. So now we see freehand raise a regular seat backwards, so only one foot on the pedal. That's really one of the hardest tricks, even though you can't see that.
Yeah, maybe not as impressive as the handstands and those types of tricks, but not always the most showy. That's the highest in technique.
Yes. Razor stand on pin backwards, also freehand, doing the whole circle. Looks really smooth pedaling.
And that's one of the things the judges will be looking for, isn't it?
Yes. And an L shape hold sideways, backwards. And another 8 saddle handlebar stand backwards. Really not easy to do that. To go through the middle point.
Oh, and he's just missed that middle point, hasn't he?
He struggled also in the qualification with that trick.
Again, just on the way back through, just missing that point, and the aerial shot giving us a really good view of that figure of 8.
So there's a little bit of deviation, but not much. Still in front.
I was going to say, in fact, he's holding really well at the moment. So started with 2:10.6, currently with 2 minutes 10 to go on the clock, 2:08.23, still 9.12 points clear.
The stand raiser reverse spin was shown perfectly. He struggled with it in the qualification. Now maybe we see a tactical figure. He's handed in 2 turns. Yes, he's doing more.
And there you go.
Half more.
2.5.
So point should get a little bit up.
Yep, so indeed we've just seen the points go up.
And next figure, German handlebar handstand, the 8. So arms straight, feet closed.
So Philip Rapp starting artistic cycling when he was 6 years old. The training for this must be more off the bike than on the bike, Sarah?
No, more on the bike.
More on the bike, but
more
still a huge amount of gym work and gymnastic work and those types of things must go into these training programs.
All riders showing handstand are doing daily handstands. So no chance that you do a handstand on a bike if you're not doing it every day. You need to practice a lot on handstand. Another 8. Raise the regular seat reverse backward.
So the clock is ticking down at the moment, just 40 seconds left to complete the programme.
A strong performance up till now. Beautiful spin.
Delivering real quality at the moment, isn't it?
Yes, it looks so smooth. Perfect spin.
Just a young rider, aged only 20.
Only 2 figures left. So it looks like another personal best. And the last figure, the whole circle stand racer backwards. Can't believe it.
Oh, he finishes the routine exactly on time.
Wow.
Now, let's just take a look. His personal best, 2:04.49. Is he going to set a new personal best in the final today? We are going to have to await confirmation of the final judge's decision. But what a routine.
Yes, can't believe it.
Absolutely outstanding from the German competitor Philip Rapp.
has really shown he's
We
such a
have
good feeling.
just got confirmation on the scoreboard in the arena, 206.85. A new personal best, and that has got to put him in contention for the gold medal.
Yes, that's really impressive.
This now is potentially going to be very close. Lucas Cole is going to have to deliver.
Actually, I can't think of a World Championship where the second rider had such a high point before Lucas Cole had to go on the start.
So the silver medalist from last year, Marcel Jüngling from Germany, not competing here. He didn't make it through the German selection process.
Yeah.
So,
but it was really close.
Philip Rapke taking that position instead. So here we see Lucas Cole come out into the arena, ready for the final performance in this men's elite artistic cycling. This is the single men's competition. This is the World Championships coming to you from Glasgow. It's the 2023 UCI Cycling World Championships. We have been up in Glasgow, 13 separate UCI World Championships. This is indoor cycling, this is artistic cycling, and this is the men's singles final. So Cole has got to have been the favourite coming into this. 6 times gold medal winner already. Can he do it again today, Sarah?
I think he's able to, yes.
Oh, well, we have got 5 minutes to find out.
Yes, and he is now doing the same figures at the beginning as the other two. Saddle stand and mounted jump.
Oh, a small wobble on the start there.
Yes. And L-shape hold sideways up to German saddle handlebar handstand 8. Beautiful handstand. Stand raise in reverse. Backwards, another 8.
So in the first 1 minute of the programme, just losing 0.7 marks.
I think it will get up because of a tactical figure we'll see next.
Bit of momentum on that spin. Absolutely has done this.
His least favorite trick. Managed also. Now the backward series. Also freehand. Smooth pedaling.
I'll tell you that performance from Philip Rapp, not giving much room for manoeuvre to Lucas Cole. 4.55 currently separating them as more deductions just come. Only small deductions, but small deductions coming against Cole there.
See now the saddle handlebar sent backwards. 8. 2 4-meter circles must be shown. Going through the middle point. He missed it.
Just missed that this time.
So there will be a small deviation, half a point.
We have just seen that now down at 209.93. He's got 2 minutes 20 on the clock. 3
Yes.
0.
And now let's count.
Yeah.
Because the turning jump.
Now he did 10 of these in the last World Championships. Seven today. So He had 5 on his score sheet, so 2 in addition will push his score back up, and the immediate application of that takes him back up to 211 points.
He also have turned more than he handed in. And German handstand again, stretched and closed legs.
You can hear a pin drop in the arena at the moment.
Now we see the spin, razor, regular seat, reverse spin. Really on point.
So now in the final minute of the routine, it's been a very steady routine, hasn't it? The addition of those tactical points really helping.
Yes. Still 4 points. Above Philip tees up. Perfectly shown spin. 3 circles in the 50 centimeters level, 3 turns. Not a perfect spin.
So 20 seconds remaining. The last few tricks on the program.
Yes, so last trick. Stand razor backward circle.
The last few seconds of Cole's program as he dismounts the bike. There's a smile on his face. He looks pleased with that, Sarah.
Yes.
Well, he was your pick for the final. We've got to await confirmation from the final decision from the judges. But at the moment, 3.65 clear. And confirmation coming through in the arena, 210.5, confirmed as his final score. That is Lucas Cole, your gold medal winner. He's going to take away the rainbow jersey for the 7th time.
Yes, artistic cycling at its best.
Well, I tell you what, he's only got one person ahead of him
David Schnabel.
in the league table for gold medals at the World Championships in the men's singles. So next year, if Lucas Cole is back, he could well be equaling the all-time record.
Yes.
Well, he holds the the world record, should I say. He now holds the gold medal in the World Championships for the 7th time at only 27 years of age. Phenomenal performance by Lucas Cole from Germany. Look at that, you can't believe it.
Yeah, I mean, Philipp teased it up. He really put a good result on the competition surface.
He did. You are quite right. He really did. You know, so Philip Tees-Rapp scoring 206.85, a personal best for the silver medal. You really could not ask any more of yourself than that, could you?
Exactly. And even Emilio Arellano showed also a really good performance.
He
all
did.
3 of them.
And will be taking away the bronze medal today at the 2023 World Championships with that score of 199.11. Again, not far off his personal best.
Can't believe all 3 in the finals show really great performances.
Yeah, they have indeed. So, well, if you, like us, have really enjoyed the men's artistic cycling final today, don't forget, we still have more artistic cycling for you tomorrow. We have the open teams of 4, and we have the women's single finals coming up tomorrow. So, more artistic cycling, 2 more artistic cycling gold medals tomorrow. But today it's all about, well, now it's all about the men's single, and the podium is being set up here in the arena. Lucas Cole will be awarded his 7th gold medal, his 7th rainbow jersey, the world champion for 2023, Germany's Lucas Kohl. So the World Championships coming a little earlier than normal for artistic cycling, Sarah. Normally not really until the latter part of the year.
Yes, exactly. The qualification series in Europe always starts in September and ends in October. So then the World Championships usually take place between end of October and beginning of December. So this year was a totally different training year for the cyclists and also for the federation, because they need to make up the competition a lot earlier during the hot summertime in Germany. So gyms were hot.
Yeah, so everything having to shift for the athletes and the federations and the world of competition in artistic cycling, because artistic cycling being part and parcel of
UCI
this combined World Championships, the different format for the 2023 UCI Cycling World Championships here in Glasgow, indoor cycling part and parcel of that, and the artistic cycling that we have seen today, part and parcel of the World Championships here in August rather than in that latter part of the year.
But I think it was worth shifting the time.
Well, I agree completely, and it's not really impacted, has it, on the performances of the riders? Absolutely phenomenal performances from all three of our podium athletes today.
Yeah, and it's such a great event, so that artistic cycling can be part of the whole cycling family. We have never been before in such a big World Championship.
And hopefully bringing artistic cycling to a new audience. So let's take a look now. We are ready for our medal ceremony.
World Championships, Artistic Cycling, Single Men Elite. Cérémonie protocolaire des championnats du monde de cyclisme UCI 2023. Cyclisme artistique à homme élite. The medals and jersey will be presented by. Les médailles et les melons seront remis par Mr. Tony Kirsch,
So awarding the medals today, Tony Kirsch, UCI Indoor Cycling Commission President, and Hannah Harding, Maggie's, the official national charity partner of the 2023 UCI Cycling World Championships.
La troisième place et vainqueur de la médaille de bronze, représentant l'Espagne, Emilio Ayano.
So Emilio Aliano taking 3rd place, a well-deserved bronze medal today.
In second place and winner.
So in second place and taking the silver medal from Germany,
À la deuxième
Philipp
place,
Thiesra.
vainqueur de la médaille d'argent, représentant l'Allemagne, Philipp Thiesra. In first place, UCI World
In first
Champion
place,
and winner
the athlete
of the
from
gold
Germany with a score of 210.5, taking the gold medal and the rainbow jersey for the 7th time, Lucas Kohl.
L'Allemagne, Lucas Kohl.
So congratulations all around from Lucas Cole as he takes to the podium and celebrates there. Also awarded today flowers, the mascot of the Glasgow World Championships, the coup, as well as a timepiece for Lucas Cole to remember that moment.
UCI Cycling World Championships. Maris, partenaire qualitatif national, officiel des championnats du monde de cyclisme UCI 2023. The Tissot watch will be presented by. La montre Tissot sera présentée par Mr. Tony Cage, President of the UCI Indoor Cycling Commission. Président de la Commission UCI de cyclisme en salle. Ladies and gentlemen, in honor of our new UCI World Champion, we present the national anthem of Germany. Mesdames et messieurs,
so as the final photographs are taken, we will shortly be hearing the national anthem of Germany.
De l'Allemagne.
So the emotion coming out on the podium. That gold medal going to Lucas Cole from Germany, the silver Philipp Tiesrapp from Germany also, and then Emilio Arellano from Spain taking the bronze. So as we see with the celebrations from the cycleball and the artistic cycling, Sarah, it is customary for coaches and other athletes from the home nation to parade the winning riders around the stadium.
And isn't it nice to see that Marcel Jüngling, the one who didn't qualify and was silver medalist last year, is carrying now Lucas Cole. So we are a big artistic cycling family.
Fantastic. Yes, look at that.
And Max Maute, son of Peter Maute and former Pfizer champion, is carrying Philipp Tiesrapp.
Oh, look at that. So German champions all over the place, not just taking medals, but also taking part in the celebrations today.
Yeah, really nice to see.
And our Spanish rider as well, Emilio Arellano, taking that bronze medal. So 2 medals to Germany, 1 to Spain. Congratulations all around.
Free performance, almost above 200 points. Can't believe it.
I know, and Emilio's just shy of that 200.
Yeah. It was great too.
The quality of the men's final was really good today.
Really impressive.
So, of course, Lucas Cole has been here before. He knows he needs to sign the rainbow jersey straight in there with the pen. So, 7 times world champion. Can he make it 8, Sarah?
I think yes.
Well, I think Philip Cheese-Rapson, he may have something to do with it next year. And maybe Marcel Jungling coming back as well.
Yes, of course.
So I think that German qualification for the World Championships next year in this men's
It's going to be interesting.
is going to be really challenging. So we are now ready to hear from our 7 times world champion interview with Lucas Cole.
Lucas, you only dropped 2.2 points tonight. Yesterday and today, how close were you to perfection?
In my opinion, it was a perfect 5 minutes. It was a perfect performance. Each result, more than 200 points, is really perfect. The old world record holder David Schnabel won 8 times the world championship, and his world record is 208 points. So each result more than 208. It's just, thank you.
Wonderful. So, auf Deutsch, Sie haben nur 2,2 Punkte verloren. Wie nah waren Sie gestern und heute Abend der Perfektion?
Jedes Ergebnis über 200 ist einfach genial. Da muss einfach alles zusammenspielen, und 210 ist eine fantastische Punktzahl. Der alte Weltrekord lag bei 208, von David Schnabel, dem 8-fachen Weltmeister, aufgestellt. Dementsprechend 210 sind gut drüber, und ich bin einfach nur mega happy.
Herzlich Glückwunsch.
Vielen Dank.
So, hearing from our gold medal winner. Now, those 2 medals to Germany and the 1 medal to Spain influencing the medal table for the World Championships. Germany now moving up into 3rd place in the medals table there, and you can see so Great Britain, France and Germany 1, 2, 3.
We need some especially for the World Champions.
So the indoor cycling having an influence now on this medal table, and we have lots more to go. We have the open team 4 tomorrow, we have the women's singles, and then we have the women's and the men's cycle ball action as well. So lots of medals still to order here in the Emirates Arena tomorrow. It's been fantastic to have you with us today, Sarah. We'll see you again tomorrow.
Thank you. Great. Thanks for having me.
No, it's been an absolute pleasure, and it's been a fantastic final from our riders today.